So today we have Naveen Singh with us, and his story is quite inspiring for a lot of people who are trying to build their career and they are so self motivated. He is going to be an inspiration for all of those people who are giving their all, who are working, hustling, and they have big dreams to achieve. He is an epitome of it all. So, Naveen, welcome here, and I would love for you to introduce yourself to everybody who's going to watch and listen to you.
Thank you, Sukrit. Thank you so much for the warm welcome and kind words. So, myself, Naveen Security. So, I come from a very remote village in a remote district in my state called Andhra Pradesh. So, for me, as a kid, I have gone through some traumatic experiences. Maybe that's where uh, I started to look outside first, and then when I got to know that there is nothing outside, it's all about the inside. So I thought I should know what's happening inside, and then I on myself researched on this law of attraction, law of magnetism. To put it aside, I will talk about it later, maybe. So I right now I'm doing a job, software job in an MNC, and then apart from that, like you told, I'm very self motivated. I'm very much motivated about my career. So what my dad always used to tell me is, if you are able to provide employment to someone, you are giving a entire family a life. So that's what always will be in my mind. So right now I'm running a merchandise brand called Tones Fashion. So if anyone from South India, most of them already know it. And apart from that, I'm very like my father said, I'm very much inclined into education. So even in my colleges, I used to go and teach in some schools, and I worked as a vice president for an NGO there. So because of that inclination, I invested in one of the educational startup last month. So that is also going good. And apart from that, I'm into movies. So I myself very passionate about movies. I'm into writing, and then I'm into acting as well. So looking forward for that as well.
That's awesome. And do you want to tell everybody how old are you?
I'm just 26.
How does it feel to tell everybody that you're just 26 and you are doing different things which, ignites that passion of love, compassion, and kindness for others as well? How does it feel?
uh, Maybe to answer this, it all comes with the self concept as well. So if the moment we know about ourselves, right, we will understand that this entire world is also ourselves. So maybe right at this, I used to tell this to people, at this point of time you are the one that is interviewing me or doing this case study, and maybe at some point of time I'm the person that is interviewing someone. So I'm doing the case study about someone. So in that case, we are exchanging our roles. So in that way, the what you are feeling right now is also being felt by me at that point of time. So I feel we are all reflections of ourselves, and when we know that each and every other individual in this universe is ourselves, we should be kind, because that's what we should do to ourselves.
Yes, absolutely. When we
So
are being kind to others, we are actually creating that world for ourselves as well, where we can be, surrounded by kind people who are compassionate, who are full of love, who are full of gratitude towards the universe that, they are progressing in their life and they have everything that they want.
yes.
So, yeah, it's amazing. And I am really excited to know more about it. So, Naveen, you said that you went through some traumatic experiences in the past and you felt the need to work on yourself so that you don't continue and carry all those things throughout your life. So, what was that point? What was that point of time where you realized that you are not going to carry all those traumatic experiences and you're going to change your reality yourself? And also, if you're comfortable sharing those traumatic experiences, then we are here to hear you.
Yeah. So like 2 or 3 years back, after my engineering and I joined this job, so everything is going good in terms of looking and everything, but it's not giving me any satisfaction because there's some burning things that are inside me. So then I realized that there is something that is happening and really need to know it. So and then I started doing my own research and what to do, what not to do. So maybe with permutation and combination trial and error, I got to know, okay, this is the thing how world works. Maybe because of our education system, or because of lack of knowledge, we were not at all aware of the things that happen. and that knowledge is not being passed upon to us is what I realized. And then I started looking into those things. But as a human, right, we always have a tendency to deviate, distracted, and or get diverted. So I'm not able to give 100% to it, but at least I am happy that I started that journey at that point of time. And slowly, whenever I get time, even right now, when I don't get sleep, right, I go through and do some check some informative knowledge videos on Instagram or YouTube or anything. So what I believe is the more we get to know, the more we know what to do and what not to do is what I believe. So at that point of time, I started knowing all this, and then I started believing it. And the moment I started believing it, and I started executing things according in synchronicity with this universe, I think that's when this journey started. And after the because of we as a human, right, we are not consistent. And to be honest, I didn't reach a point where I can completely control my thoughts or everything. So there are here and there ups and down, but every time I fell down, I woke up, I woke up, and then I
That,
worked on myself every time. And that's how I joined the academy as well. Maybe I think I followed you the same day, and then I joined the academy the same day. I,
sorry.
I I followed you the same day on Instagram and joined the academy on the same day. I think at that point of time, I don't know why, but I thought I need a guru
Okay.
for this, because the things are not going as expected. So I think I need someone to guide me, to tell me that this is how to do, how you do it and how not to do it. So I never thought I would join an academy for law of attraction and everything. But at that point, I got this gut intuition, and then I joined it on the same day. You know that we didn't even have a clarity call. I directly joined the academy. So
I mean, this is a new information for me. Even I didn't know that you started following me the same day and you joined the academy the same day. Yeah, I do remember that you just dropped me a text on Instagram and you said that I would like to join the academy. And within minutes, you were inside the academy.
yeah.
So, this also shows about how serious you are about your own personal development, because there are a lot of people who have resources, but they don't have the courage to do something. They are always thinking about the ways why something should not be a part of their life or how they can do it themselves, right? I mean, you are self motivated, but you yourself felt at some point that, yeah, I want a mentor. I want to learn things in the right way, maybe in the strategic way. And I need to understand how to implement them in the easiest way. So, yeah, it's quite, I'm quite happy that you took that leap of faith and trusted in me and joined the academy the very same day. So, I mean, if I ask you one thing that changed in your life, in your inside world after joining the academy, what is that?
So, for example, in the communities, right, when we discuss or in the group, there are a lot of things that people are asking, and each one of us are responding, and you are guiding us. So, maybe there are many questions that I haven't asked, but there are many answers that I got from that thing. So the first thing is, for example, right now, like I told, I am not giving time for myself. But that is the one thing that I realized from the community, that I should give time to myself, then only I can change this world in the way that I want. So that is the step that I'm taking right now. So in a similar way, there are maybe I don't remember it exactly right now, but there are a number of instances where maybe I'm having a bad day and then looking at my phone and okay, this is also real. I can do this. I can try this. So this is how this world works. Why should I be bothered about it when I am my own universe? So there are many things that maybe I'm not. I don't remember at the exact point of time, but there are a lot of things that help me, particularly from the academy and the community. I feel there is always someone who's ready to listen to me. Maybe I may tell it out or not, but the feeling that we have someone to listen to us, and then the feeling that there is someone to guide us. So if I have any situation, I can directly text you. Maybe sometimes I didn't ask in the other, but I sometimes I texted you if you remember. So all those things, it's like we have a guru, a go-to person as a guru, so we can already reach out to you. That confidence is enough, particularly.
I'm glad I could help you in any ways. And it's not just me who helped you, but of course, like you said, it's the community members also who contributed in your own group. So I always say this, that it's not always you learning from one person, but when there are different people, you learn from different people. And that is the only reason that I have created the community as well, along with the courses and the academy that you go through, along with the learning materials that you go through. Because I know that people learn more from practical instances than theory, right?
Yeah,
And it's easier for us to learn as well, because in that point of time, like you said, that I didn't ask those questions, but somebody else was the object and the subject of it, and you learned from it, right? So I'm glad. And you said that this was the major change which you experienced in your life, where you got the answers, you implemented it, and you got a way, a breakthrough, right?
yeah.
And apart from that, you said that you have not completed the course as of yet. So a person who has not completed the course as yet but learned from the community, just tell me, what have you achieved just by doing, just by being a part of this community? What were your achievements after joining the academy?
Okay, so I, like I mentioned before, I will start with the intention setting. Okay, whenever we wake up, right? Generally, because of the thoughts we have and the circumstances and situation that we are in, we won't be consciously able to think what we want because of the half-mindedness or anything. There will be a number of thoughts that are running with us. First, if we are doing when we are doing a conscious intention setting, right? Consciously, I'm telling to myself, "Man, this is what I'm going to do today." And when we are mentally prepared to do that today, and when we are mentally prepared to be positive today, like today I woke up very early today, and then I'm having, because I woke up early just because I'm having a call with you, because that's my motive. And like I told you, I'm starting it from today. So that kind of motivation that we get, and that kind of positivity that we get while starting the day, it will be continued throughout the day. That is the first major breakthrough, is the intention setting. I'm very much in love with it. And also I want to add, I in the previous point where we are talking about the community, I remember you mentioning that you want to build a community where each one of us should stand for the other person. And I'm very much grateful for that community. Maybe I may not be completely active on it, but like I told, here I will check those messages here and there on the on my other mobile. So maybe I'll join from this mobile to be more active from now, because I'm also pulling out some of my time to be more active here. And then after the intention setting, right, whenever someone is having a bad day, and when we are standing by them, it also, so we are also asking us a question about what is happening to themselves, right? So we are trying to help them in the situation. So because we are giving our knowledge into it, one thing is we are getting that experience. Second thing is we are guiding them, we are being kind, we are being what we call we are standing by them. It also gives a feeling of togetherness. So when people are asking in a community that they are going through this, what kind of personal things we share there, and then without any fear, when they are sharing without any they know that there won't be any judgment. I think that is the kind of that we want to create for this universe to be what we call enhancing and then enlightening. So maybe we started it slow, and we have already created a community for it.
Yeah,
So
it's like
it's
a
time for,
family away from a family. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So what I believe is, for a country or for any universe or anything, if we are what we call, if we are kind enough and we are grateful enough, that's how we create a good family of responsible, kind, and then this self-motivating kind of, and then with everlasting happiness. And the one thing I learned from the community is, happiness is not a destination, it should be in every moment. So enjoying every moment is one of the major things. So when someone is manifesting something, we all feel happy for them, right? We are living in that moment, we in that way. So keeping aside the law of attraction, everything, as a human, we are enjoying someone's success, right? So
Yeah.
that's what is happiness is all about, and that's what his mindset is all about. In one way, I think we are also uh, developing a great mindset that feels happy for others, that feels gratitude for others, and that feels that gives emotional support for others.
Yes, which is missing in the outside world, let's be honest, because that's what each of the human craves for, right? Emotional
Yes,
support. Maybe we all can do things financially on our own, but the emotional support which is missing out in the world, it's something that we crave for, right? And I'm glad that people inside the community get that support from each other. And you have very well said that, when somebody else is achieving something, we are happy for that person, because when we are happy for somebody else, our mind doesn't know that we are happy for somebody else. So when we are feeling those emotions, it is actually us shifting our vibration from low to high, from, disappointment to happiness. And that's how we attract our own manifestations as well. That's how we achieve our own goals as well. So yeah, this was a great takeaway for me as well, that when we feel happy for others, even if somebody's congratulating other, they know that they have felt that happiness within themselves. That's why they are typing that message, right? So it's a
yes,
conscious effort of becoming that embodiment of happiness.
yes.
So yeah, it's amazing. And what were your personal achievements apart from that? What were the, if I ask you, the materialistic achievements?
So the materialistic achievements in the sense, I used to live in a 3 BHK flat. So my office. So in the because I run a merchandise store, it's a startup. So we are also very conscious about the money that we are spending because it's a startup. It's all our own bootstrap, nothing funded or anything. So we used to live in the same room, 3 BHK, two rooms are with the stock. Hall is the office space, and there is only one room where we sleep. That is the place where we shoot. That is the place where we do other things. That is the place where we keep our clothes, our personal thing. This is the only personal space that we got. So because of that environment, maybe I thought we didn't have any personal space to work at all as well. So in January, what I thought is it's time to move on. So for me, I manifested that I want to be in a larger space where I get a large room for my personal space where I can keep my vision board and something. So don't ask me, I didn't even start my vision board, but at least I got a space for it. So that's what I thought, and then I consciously manufactured for a villa. Even my other partner, he is not for it. I convinced him, and then right now we shifted to a 6 BHK villa of 3 floors where I get lot of personal space to do things, to keep all my books, and then to read, to go through our videos. And when we you have that space and environment, right? I think the space and environment also affects us majorly in setting our mood and intentions and everything. So that is one of the major thing that happened. And then apart from that, I got promoted last March, I think so. This March, sorry.
Yeah.
I got promoted in my job. So this it was like two back-to-back promotions. Mostly, most people won't get that. I got two back-to-back promotions, and then I also invested in my one of the education academy, like I told you previously, because I'm very much inclined. So I'm very much inclined into education. I want to do something for the education industry, but because I'm busy in here and there, right? We don't get I don't get time to personally go do and everything. And then I have a friend of mine who is doing this education, and maybe I thought we always do that. If we are not trying it, right, we don't have a right to feel sad for failing in that. So I gave it a try. I told him that I would really like to join into education. So if you have any investment that you are looking into, I would really like to join. And then they had talks with their entertainment. Then they got onto the academy. Right now, we started a new office for that academy as well in last June. That was last June 4th, I think so. June 14th, sorry. It's been 1 month. And that is also going good. We actually announced one course yesterday as well. So its response is also very good. In that way, as also it's going very well. And coming to, like I told you, I'm into movies as well. So my movie project is in talks with one of the producers. Hopefully, that will also will be done as soon as possible.
Yes, for sure. You know how to make it happen, right?
Yeah.
It is going to happen. And I am so happy for you that you have achieved all these things. I am sure that you will achieve much more than this, because you're up for it. You are showing up for your goals every single day. So even if you have not made any sort of vision board, if you don't do anything particular, if you're aligned with it, of course, it is bound to happen, right? So that's how you have manifested all these things. You did not make any vision board. You did not, you know, speak any affirmations consciously. Of course, whatever you are speaking is an affirmation in itself, but you didn't do anything specific by sitting down and, doing something on your own, right? So, looking forward for more such success stories from you. And with this, we have come towards the end section of our case study interview. And I want you to give one tip to the youth who is just getting started, or who have some goals and dreams but don't know how to pursue them, or probably people like you who are coming from remote areas. They want to do something big, but probably their families are not supporting, or they lack resources. So if one tip that you would like to give them that would change their life.
To be honest, I have two tips. Okay, first
Okay.
one is when you really want something, this universe completely conspires in achieving that. Okay, I always like to underline the conspire word, because it doesn't do it directly. It will happen in unimaginable ways. Like in suddenly you'll feel like it's a magic. So for me, while getting this job also, uh, I think it's a kind of manifestation, because even in interview I know how what I did in interview. I know that I won't be able to. I'm not into software, so I never I never wanted to get into software, but I need a job. I really need a job at that point of time. So I told them that they started asking me about management questions, and I cracked everything, behavioral question and everything. And coming to technical questions, right? I told them, no, I don't know technical. Don't ask me technical. They asked me, so this is not a way you should answer. Then I told them, I'll tell you that I know technical. You'll question me, and then I won't be able to answer. Then I'll be caught. So I'm openly telling that. That's the point. Also, they liked it. And
Okay.
then the previous day of my interview, I saw only one video of the coding for 1 hour. That too with buffering. I think it took me 2 3 hours, but I consciously watched it for even buffering for 2 hours. And the questions I got in interview are from that video.
Oh, that's awesome.
Don't you think it's magic?
No,
It's the
I
same
don't think,
question.
because you consciously created it. You aligned yourself with it. You were so prepared about it. You knew, your subconscious mind knew that you are going to crack it, because that's how it guided you to watch
Yeah.
that particular video.
So that's how. So when you really want something, have that hunger, trust the universe, it will happen. Yeah.
And what's the second tip that you have to give us?
A second tip I actually forgot.
Okay. Not a problem. If you, remember it, you can give it to us. But in the meantime, of course, when you want something, you get it. The universe creates infinite ways for you to have it, of course. And one more question that I have from you, Naveen, is that there are a lot of people. Of course, you went into the job because you wanted to be financially secured, right?
Yes.
Before getting into anything, before
Yes.
starting your entrepreneurship journey or pursuing your passion. So that is something, of course, it takes a lot of patience for you to get into something which you don't want to do, but you know that you have to do it. So, what message do you want to give to people when they want to start their entrepreneurship journey, but they have their finances not in place? And what should be the strategy that they should follow?
So I think I remember that second advice as well. I think both are interlinked. So when you really want something, look inside, not outside. So the more you explore yourself, right, the more you'll find ways on how you can get it done. For example, for me, I did job, whatever I'm doing, all of it is for the movies. Okay, I want to be completely into movies, but to be into movies I have to be financially stable, because I have family to take care of. I have, so all these are responsibilities which sometimes we don't consider, and sometimes we overlook. But being a practical person, we have to consider all of these, right? So don't look it in a way that you're doing something you don't like it. Look it in a way that this tool is enabling you to get your dream done, right? For example, uh, I would love to visit a place, but I don't like traveling, right? But if you don't travel, you won't be able to go to that place to visit and enjoy, right? So enjoy this process as well. This is what it is giving, taking you there, and enjoy the moment that you are having here, because you won't have that experience once you are there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's what. So whatever the process it is going on, sometimes it's not everything you like, but enjoy those moments as well. That's what makes us human, right? It's not all about highs. Maybe there will be here, then there lows. That's when we get to know the greatness of highs. If there are no lows, we don't get it. So you know where you wanted to go, so there may be uh, steps that you don't want to take. If I know, there may not be a possible situation where you always get an escalator. Sometimes there you should take steps as well. That's the effort which we have to keep for that to happen, is what I believe. Because if everyone get success easily, right, there is no high for success, and there would be no value for success. And if things are getting done easily for everyone, right, you are also like everyone.
Yeah.
When there is a problem and when there is a challenge and then you achieved it and you cracked it, then that's what you are, right?
Yeah.
That's what I always will. Whenever there is a problem, right, I don't feel bad. I'll take it as a challenge and I'll work on it. In that way, I'm getting an experience, and I'm getting what we call this
Beautiful.
challenge. Yeah, I'm overcoming a challenge,
Yeah.
and that's an experience for me, right, where I can tell people how I did it, because there will be a story behind it.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like I invested and I got the success. It's not like that. I invested it, I worked for it, I kept blood and sweat and did everything, and now right now I'm here. That also gives me the deservability to enjoy the success.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. I loved the points that you have put forward. One of them being that every step is enabling you to be closer to your goals and manifestations. So don't ever think that it is taking you away from your vision or goal or aims. And second thing is, when you really want something, things would definitely happen for you. And third is, look at every problem with a solution, right? Because whenever there is a problem, there is a solution. And when you don't have a solution oriented approach towards life, you will be stuck in that pattern of negativity because you're focusing on the problems.
Yes.
So this is something that when a lot of people will learn and implement, because I myself believe in solution oriented approach, because problems are something that we don't invite, but they will come into our lives, right? And when you are ready to take on any challenge, any problem, and look out for a solution, eventually you will find a solution, and that will create a beautiful inspiring story for others to follow, right?
Yes.
Amazing. And I have a lot of questions, but of course, it would be a longer thing. So maybe with more achievements and more success, we will do this interview again and inspire more people. But I really, really want to congratulate you, because I'm sure that if you are here at 26, you're gonna be at a very different place by your 30s. And I know that you have started, it's not that you started thinking about your goals and visions yesterday and you came here today. I'm sure it's a past version of you, maybe a teenager version of you, who had started seeing all these dreams, and today he's living this dream life. So I'm sure that it feels proud and satisfied. But of course, don't stop here, because you are, you know, you're made up for more things. So yeah, and I really, really look forward to see you in movies and show others that, if he can do it, others can also. So yeah,
Yeah. Thank you,
thank you
Sukriti.
so
Thank you for
much.
all the kind words. And I would also like to thank you for all the support you have been giving. Even me being irregular to calls and everything, you uh, never questioned me or anything. You understood that here and there busy. And also, like I told you, I really follow you very well on Instagram. And then maybe I may not be physically present in calls and everything, but I get to know all the information, and maybe there are these reels that you have started, right? Those also I'll read the entire description. Okay. So this is how we have to do. This is maybe sometimes we don't get completely. What I believe is I read one book. I recently bought that. So that book I read when I was in my 20s, 19, 20. I didn't get any of that. I didn't get any, but I kept reading it. It's some Telugu book related to some human evaluation, politics, and something something. But the moment I grew right. At some point of time, I remember line from that.
Started resonating. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. This is what he told in that.
Yeah.
Maybe I was not in that mental condition or anything to understand at that point of time, but with that experience I got, so that's why I completely read all your things. Maybe sometimes I don't get because I may not be completely into this calls and everything, but I try to get the context, but I still read it because at some point of time this will definitely. And you are very approachable, so I can text you anytime, like I texted you, I need your address.
Yeah.
So that's how it feels, so happy to have someone to guide you. Thank you so much, Sukuti, for that.
Happy to help you and be there for you, because I really, really look forward to people grow along with me, because I'm also growing along with you. When I, listen to you, talk to you, I get to know that, okay, it's not only about me teaching somebody else. These people are also teaching me things that I want to implement in my life, right? So even if in your interview, what I've learned is that yes, I'm on the right path. Whenever I am having this approach towards finding the solution, yes, that's how I find the solution, and that reaffirmed for me. So yeah, we all are learning from each other. Of course, I have a label of coach, but even if you don't have a label of coach, you are still coaching people, right? May not be directly, but indirectly. So keep up with that good work, keep inspiring people, keep telling them how to, find the right path, and keep finding yours as well.
Yeah, and also congratulations for all your success stories. Looking forward for all of them.
Thank you so much.